Steady, go! The first obstacle is the inconvenient wall. Go! Go! When using the fire hose.
So today I've got my youngest son with me all day, so I thought it'd be a good idea to do a video about balancing family life with work life and trying to get things done. And I'm going to give you a few tips on what I actually do to be more proactive and actually get things done work-wise whilst also keeping the family happy. So there's my son playing over there somewhere. Today I want to talk about some tips and advice on actually being able to build a business or build a property portfolio whilst having a family. Now I know it can be tough because I have 2 children and a wife, and I know that trying to balance the time between work and family life is very difficult. Now when I was single it was pretty easy because I could just work for hours on end, building a business or working on a project, and then go to bed at say 2 in the morning, get up whenever, crack on, and everything will be fine. But now that I have 2 children and a partner, obviously you have to allocate time differently, and it is hard to actually work on something because whether you're building a property portfolio or trying to grow a business, it does take a hell of a lot of time to set up and get going. So now, because I have children, I have to wake up and I have to sort the breakfast out and the clothes and what they're wearing. They then have to be at school before 9 o'clock. I then have a couple of hours before I then have to have some dinner, and then before you know it, the kids have finished school and you've got to collect them, and then you have to do things with them. And it does leave you with very, very little quality time to actually get work done. You know, your productivity is massively reduced when you're trying to balance a lifestyle with family and work. So a few things that I like to do to increase productivity is always plan ahead. So what I do is the night before I'll write down the most important tasks what need doing the following day, and I'll put them in order of importance. So when I wake up, whether I'm making breakfast or waiting for the children to get ready or whatever it may be, I'll make sure that I do the most important tasks first. And another tip which I can give on productivity is to make sure you allocate yourself 2 or 3 hours during the day. It doesn't matter at what point, but make sure you allocate 2 or 3 hours of quality work time. And by this, I mean you are fully focused and you're working on your tasks in hand. So you don't want any distractions, you don't want to be messing about on your phone, you don't want to be scrolling through social media, you do not want any distractions. Now, I found personally that working 2, 3, 4 hours solid with no distractions is far, far better than working 7, 8, 9 hour day, where, you know, you may have people coming and going, you may be looking on your phone, you maybe have other things going on in your head. So I found this a massive problem when I had my first child. I used to work from home, so actually trying to get something done whilst having a baby in the house was practically impossible. So I eventually went and got an office, and I found that my productivity increased massively by working just 4 hours away, isolated in an office, rather than working 8 hours at home with a baby and a wife there all the time. Now I know it sounds a bit harsh, but it is reality, and trying to work in a family environment is not easy. And for this reason, I would always suggest that you allocate some hours during the day where you are isolated and you can just focus and crack on with what needs doing. So another tip which I use is when I'm out and about, like such as today when I'm out with my son, I'll actually use this time to do things which I can do on my phone, such as going through emails and replying to people and customers and getting on top of all that. I also use this time to do some of my accounting, so I use software called Zero Accounting, where you do actually have an app, so it makes it easier for actually to reconcile all your transactions, and I can get that done whilst on days out like this. Another thing which I want to discuss is something I've mentioned in other videos, and that is automating your processes. So for example, a lot of my work is now automated, so things get done without me actually actively doing them. So such as owning properties, you get paid rental, which is mostly passive income. My online business is mainly run by email marketing, and the ads and sales funnels are already set up and in place and work automatically, which obviously helps to free up a lot more time to dedicate to your family. So although it is difficult trying to balance work and family life, I hear it far too often from people making an excuse as to why they're not succeeding at something that they've set a goal for, something that they want to achieve. They use their family life as an excuse for not getting things done. Now, when I built my property portfolio, I managed to buy 6 houses in the last 5 or 6 years. Now, my 2 children are 6 and 4, so I've had 2 young children during this whole time. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not easy, but you can't use that as an excuse for not getting things done. So if you want to start a new business or make a difference or build a portfolio or whatever it is you want to do, you've got to find what works best for you in terms of balancing the hours that you can dedicate to work and the hours that you can dedicate to your family. But the best advice I can give is, whatever you do, do not use that as an excuse to not get it done. Set yourself goals, set yourself targets, and work to them. It's a nice tree shot. So I better go find my son before I have to file a missing persons report. I think he's over there somewhere, so hope you enjoyed the quick video, and I'll catch you soon.